Hello, hello, my friends. Another dedicated candle review for you today. We are going to be talking about HOMEWORX, Snowflakes, and Suede. Now, I did purchase this candle for review purposes and also for my own personal enjoyment. Let's be honest, most of the time, if I'm purchasing a candle, it's because I think that I may enjoy it. And the fragrance notes on this candle definitely had me a little bit intrigued. So I am excited to share with you what I think about this fragrance because it is slightly outside of my typical wheelhouse for just in general. You know, I tend to gravitate towards more like gourmands, tree scents this time of year. But when I read off the fragrance notes to you here in a couple of moments, you will see that this is a little bit out of my wheelhouse. Let's see, this is one of their standard 4-wick 18-ounce vessels. Stay tuned to the end of this video because I will share some information with you about the Black Friday sale that is going on over at HOMEWORX right now, to give you just a little bit of an update here for you to be able to have some additional savings. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video. But like I said, this is one of their standard 4-wick 18-ounce vessels that is currently available on the Slatkin & Co website. At least it still is at the time that I am filming this. We have this beautiful photographic wraparound label, which look at this. Look how stunning this is. I mean, I don't know who on the team, comes up with some of these labels, but I feel like really a lot of these starting in like the fall, I started to notice it quite a bit, but these fall and winter packaging, I think like the photos that they have chosen for these wraparound labels have just been absolutely stunning. And this is another one that I think that they just knocked it out of the park on. It looks like we've got kind of like a cityscape with all of the lights in the background, but the snow-covered ground. It's just absolutely stunning. All right, so the pour date of this candle that I am reviewing for you today is June 25th, 2024. And the fragrance notes listed on this candle are vanilla musk, soft suede, amber, and sandalwood. Now, sometimes I share with you guys the fragrance notes that are listed on the Slatkin & Co website. However, when I looked those up today to write down for you, honestly, I decided to nix it because the fragrance notes that are listed on the website almost make it sound like this is going to be a gourmand candle. They had like ginger and nutmeg and all of this stuff. And I was like, I don't smell any of those fragrance notes, to the point where I was almost wondering if that was like a typo on the website. So for that reason, I'm not going to include the more detailed fragrance description that is available on the website, but you are always welcome, excuse me, to go ahead and go check that out if you would like to. All right, so what does my nose detect here? I actually really like this fragrance. Like I said, it's out of my wheelhouse. It leans slightly masculine to my nose, maybe a touch like masculine cologne. However, it is not super heavy or oppressive. The note that I am actually picking up in here, when I first light this candle, I do get that kind of like that soft suede note, almost like a little bit of like not super heavy leathery, again, not oppressive. It is definitely, you definitely detect that suede, but there is some vanilla in there, which is what they say, vanilla musk in there. The interesting thing though, that is that when this candle is burning a little bit longer, I do detect some of that base note, those base notes of amber and sandalwood in here. The amber, of course, lends a little bit of warmth and perfuminess to this, but the sandalwood note in here is really nice. And the fragrance that I'm actually going to compare the sandalwood note to is a fragrance that Harry had back in the summer collection. If any of you guys remember the postcards from Harry collection, it was like Santorini, what was it, St. Bart's, there was like 4 or 5 of them. They had the postcards, and I liked actually quite a few of those. Palm Beach, I feel like, was in that. If you happen to have had this St. Bart's candle, this sandalwood note in here is the same sandalwood that was in that St. Bart's candle. Now, that fragrance was definitely more sophisticated, luxurious tropical beach vacation. But this sandalwood note is the same to me. And in a bizarre way, this I feel like is like the winter sibling to St. Bart's, because this definitely thinks of maybe being on like a sophisticated winter vacation, which is why I think it's actually really appropriate that they have this like cityscape in the background. I personally have never been to New York City, but for whatever reason, this kind of gives me like if I were visiting New York City to see, you know, the beautiful what is it, the tree in like Rockefeller Center. Like that's like when I smell this candle, that is what I envision in my head. It's very, it's sophisticated, but it's not overly dominating, quote unquote, masculine cologne perfume type of fragrance. It's very, very nice. So again, if you are familiar with the St. Bart's candle from this last summer and you liked that fragrance, I think that you're going to like this one as well. That sandalwood with a little bit of that suede note in here just gives it a little bit more of like a wintry vibe as opposed to like that, like on the beach in a luxurious resort type of fragrance. It's very well done, you guys. I am surprised by how much I like this fragrance. Do I think that it's going to be backup worthy for me? No, but if I did, and the only reason I'm saying that is because, you know, I'm trying to keep a handle on my candle collection. And you guys know that just the nature of having this channel, I tend to burn a lot of new fragrances. I have to focus on a lot of new fragrances to give you guys reviews. But if I didn't have my channel, I actually could see myself wanting another one of these candles. I really, really like the fragrance. Very nice bedroom scent, I think. And that's where maybe I'm going to tie in here the strength and throw with that. So let's go ahead and talk about the performance. We've got the wicks are burning quite well for me. We can see a little bit of wick residue in the wax pool, but it is not affecting the fragrance here. This has pulled out completely, as has been the case with most of my HOMEWORX candles this year. I have been allocating a good, probably like 5 hours of burn time on the first burn to try to achieve a complete wax pool. This is one of those candles that's kind of weird where the first, no, it wasn't this one. It's a different candle I'm thinking of. The wicks on this candle are a little bit thicker, I've noticed, than some of those other ones that are like super, super thin. I did get some PR for the QVC Elton John release. It was the spiced ginger pudding, and the wicks on that candle are very, very thin. Now, granted, that is also a 3-wick candle, but the wicks on this one are a little bit thicker, I've noticed. They're pretty sturdy. They're not falling over. I have just barely trimmed them after each burn, but really you don't need to. Not developing a ton of excess carbon residue, and the wicks, I feel like, or like the flames themselves, are not getting too hot. They're not getting too wild and out of control, but also at this point, the candle is not drowning, so that is a good thing. Strength and throw on this candle, I'm going to settle on, this one is around, I would say a 6.5, somewhere around there. It performs quite well in more closed concept areas. So like when I have burned this in my master bedroom, it definitely fills up that space and throws all the way into the master bedroom, or excuse me, the ensuite master bath. However, when I have put this out in the open concept, here's kind of the funny thing where, I don't know, you guys, maybe I should go maybe at a 7 with this, because here's where it's at. The strength and throw is still about a 6, but I am able to detect this fragrance when I walk like on the opposite end over into my kitchen when I've been burning this out in the open concept. So I feel like the throw on this candle is a little bit better than the strength, which personally I'm actually okay with, because I feel like this is one of those fragrances that if it were any stronger, it might be headache inducing, or it would just be too much. The strength of this candle where it is at, I think is perfect where it's at, to be quite frank with you. But if you want it to be a little bit stronger for you, I think that you are a little bit more intense. Definitely more, you're going to feel that more so in a closed concept. But if you want it to just be kind of like a nice background fragrance that is also throwing quite well throughout the room, that in an open concept, then that is probably what you're going to get. So that would be what my expectation, or that's what I would share with you the expectation should be for this candle. So overall, you guys, I'm going to say this one gets 2 thumbs up from me. Like I said, if I didn't have a huge collection, I would consider repurchasing this fragrance because it is a very, very nice fragrance. If you are somebody who tends to gravitate towards more traditionally quote unquote masculine fragrances. I think that you're going to like this, but even if you don't think that you are, if this one pops up on a really good deal or you come across it out in the wild, like at one of the discount retailers, pick it up and sniff it and let me know what you think. But I have actually really been enjoying this, and for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and give 2 thumbs up. I do have a discount code with Slatkin & Co. It is Katie's Joyful Life. It will save you 15% on orders over $40. And one of the things that I wanted to tell you about that with the Black Friday sale, I went ahead and tested it out. So what they are doing over at HOMEWORX for the Black Friday sale right now is, as of today, I am filming this on Tuesday, November, what is today, the 26th. As of today, what they are doing for their Black Friday sale is that they are offering 30% off of everything site-wide. Now that 30% does not apply until you add items to the cart. However, what they are doing right now is they are having quote unquote daily deals where there's like a handful of fragrances that are marked down to $18.99. For some of these 4 wicks, there's been 3 wicks that have been marked down to $13.99. And what I have found is that if you want to get one of the daily deal candles, or maybe a couple of them that are marked down to $18.99, when you add them to your cart, go ahead and if you're comfortable using affiliate codes, you can put in my code, and if your order is already over $40, you will save an additional 15%. But however, if you are wanting to, say, put one of the $18.99 candles into your cart, but then you put another candle that's not listed at that price that day, or it's not listed, like it's not already marked down, you have to rely on adding it to your cart in order for that 30% to show off, or to take off, then you won't be able to use the discount code. It's a little bit confusing, but just keep the mindset that if you're adding a bunch of candles to your cart that are already marked down, you're not having to wait until you add them to the cart for the discount to reflect. You can use ambassador codes on top of that. So wanted to put that out there just in case you wanted some clarity. I know that was something that I tested out this morning on some candles, and it did work for me. So just wanted to put that out there for you. But let me know in the comment box down below if you have purchased this candle or if you have your eye on it. Also, if you are shopping any of these Black Friday sales, how much damage has been done to your wallet so far? Oh my word, my poor wallet is just like screaming at me between, actually, I feel like I've done pretty good, but there have been a couple of sales that I'm like, okay, I want a backup of this or that or whatever. And you guys can be sure if you're subscribed to my channel, I will definitely be sharing with you all of the things that I am hauling over these next couple of weeks. So you'll want to make sure that you are subscribed. But anyways, you guys, please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.